Hey guys, this is Vadim with MaxTech, and as you guys already know, Apple is having their annual WWDC event next week, Monday, June 22nd, and we were personally expecting Apple to update their 16-inch MacBook Pro, but Apple just surprised everybody this morning by releasing the new updated 2020 16-inch MacBook Pro. However, it's a bit of a disappointing upgrade because only one thing has changed. Not the CPU like we were expecting, not Wi-Fi 6, but they're just adding one more GPU option. It's the new 5600M graphics card, and it's extremely expensive. From the base model, it costs $800 to upgrade, just to swap out the GPU. So you might be wondering why it's so expensive, and we are as well. So we just ordered this new MacBook Pro, and it should be here in 2 days. So we suggest not buying it yet. Wait for our benchmark and gaming comparison videos coming very soon. And if you're not already subscribed, do it right now so you don't miss out on those videos. So our question was, what is so special about this new 5600M graphics card, and why is it so expensive? Well, apparently, it has 75% more performance than the 5500M. And we also looked online for the specs, and we found out that the memory bandwidth goes from 192 gigabytes per second on the 5500M up to a huge 394 gigabytes per second on the new 5600M graphics card. And the reason for that is because it uses HBM2 memory, which is extremely expensive. This is actually what came on the old Vega 20. And the interesting part is that this is the first AMD Navi-based graphics card to come with HBM2. And to make it even more interesting, that old Vega 20 option, which actually performed very well in some tasks, only had 189.4 gigabytes per second of memory bandwidth. So basically, we may be looking at a whole new beast of a graphics option with the new 16-inch MacBook Pro. And another difference is that it goes from 24 cores on the 5500M up to 40 cores on the new 5600M. This basically means that we're gonna see a huge boost in gaming performance as well, so make sure to subscribe for those gaming tests. Alright, so with this brand new surprise release, what does all of this mean, and what should we be expecting for the future? First off, we should not expect a new 16-inch MacBook Pro update until next year in 2021, when it gets mini LED. Now you might be a little bit worried that Apple's gonna update this 16-inch again in the fall, and that's because last year, the 16-inch MacBook Pro came only around 6 months after the updated 15-inch. In the year before that, Apple released the 15-inch MacBook Pro with the 6-core processor, and then only 4 months later, they released the Vega 20 graphics option. So there is a chance that Apple could release new CPU upgrade options on the 16-inch MacBook Pro, but we find it highly unlikely because we think the next version of this is going to come with mini LED, and that's rumored to be delayed until 2021. So based on that, people who are waiting until WWDC to buy a 16-inch MacBook Pro can actually just order one right now, and the best part is that the base 16-inch MacBook Pro is actually on sale for $300 off using the links in the video description below. Now let's try to answer a very important question. Why didn't Apple update the CPUs as well? Well, it could be because of issues with trying to get enough supply for the 10th gen chips, but the current chips are still using the old 14nm process, so there shouldn't be any issues with that. And we recently compared the current 16-inch MacBook Pro to the new HP Omen, which comes with the 10th gen 6-core i7, which we thought would come in this new 16-inch MacBook Pro, but it didn't. And we noticed that in Geekbench 5, there was a huge difference in multi-core performance, but when it got to Cinebench R20, they scored basically the same. So my thought is that Apple could have tested these new chips in the 16-inch MacBook Pro, and they found that there really wasn't much of a difference, so they decided to just hold off on that and stick with the 9th gen because they can probably get it for a lot cheaper, and because of the cooling system, it might not be good enough to take advantage of the better 10th gen chips. Instead, Apple could be waiting until next year when Intel actually has real 10nm 10th gen chips, which are going to run a lot cooler in the limited MacBook Pro chassis. Or there's the very small chance that we could see Apple implementing their new ARM chips in the 16-inch MacBook Pro, which we honestly don't find likely. Now, there's one more very important thing that we can learn from today's announcement. We know that the iMac is getting redesigned and most likely released next week at WWDC, and this tells us that this new 5600M graphics option is going to be put into the smaller iMac. It's going to be the highest end option for that iMac. And on the other side, for the larger iMac, we should probably expect desktop graphics chips like the 5500X as the base, and then the 5700X, which is the same as the 5700 XT, and maybe even a 5800X option that might come with HBM2 memory. And this morning, we also got a brand new leak that we should expect Face ID finally coming to the redesigned iMac. So hopefully this video was very helpful to you guys, and don't forget that we ordered that new MacBook Pro and we're getting it in 2 days. So make sure you click that circle above to subscribe, because we're going to be making thermal benchmark videos and gaming videos as well with that new 5600M graphics option. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.